We talked before about the willingness of so many people on the left to turn to violence, and it is that thing, as you're saying. If you feel like you're the good guy, I mean, that's what it probably takes for humans to turn to violence. You have to really feel like, hey, I've got a better morality than you, so I'll just punch you. But it's also the dishonesty that's been just crazy. What you're talking about, this utter dishonesty that they don't mind for the greater good, just putting into society. And again, I've this kind of Hanlon's razor thing that I try to keep close to me and try to remain aware of. And then you see like Greta Thunberg, and she's off in this boat, and they're just saying, "Oh, we've been attacked by drones." Do you see that? Yeah. And then it was like but they knew that it was like their own flair.
Yeah.
And I've also seen her, because I used to think, right, clearly autistic and narcissistic.
Yeah.
Pretty horrible, selfish person, but who believes in her cause. And I'm sure there are parts of it she does. But then there's like her walking. Do you see when she had her hands out and then she saw the cameras and put her hands behind her back to make it look like she'd been arrested?
Yes.
This is a liar. It's a known liar.
It's a propagandist. And the for me, the defining feature of propaganda is that it is necessarily and deliberately disconnected from the truth. The biggest enemy to propaganda is, or the biggest restraint to a propagandist to their own success, is any kind of notion of the truth. Not even that they want to achieve truth. It's that there is such a thing. And again, this is something, a phenomenon you find on the left, where they take a worldview that it's what we collectively determine to be the truth that is the literal truth. There is not an objective truth in the world. It is only subjective social truth. So they can say, this is true to the extent that it's, ethically true. Greta was, sure, she was arrested in her mind because that's what the cause called for. So she was arrested. She made it look that way.
And Israel had attacked her with drones because that's what she imagines could have happened.
That's what's good for the cause. The means to the ends justify the means.
Bloody hell. You were talking also about, I mean, it's not just Wikipedia. There's Blue Sky, which came up, if people don't know, as a kind of nice, and I use that sort of, I'll do the inverted commas for nice, version of X. And Reddit. These are also just, Reddit again is a little bit like Wikipedia, because it's people, I say geeky not in a derogatory way. I mean just sort of tuned into the internet. You've got to be quite on it to get what's happening there.
Yes, with these like word cells that are very, very deep in the weeds in these debates and conversations, and they sort of live online. Reddit is the other big source for AI training data. So Wikipedia and Reddit. So everyone else's data is sort of largely spoken for, like Google's data goes to Google's AI and X's data goes to Grok. Those two platforms don't do their own AI platform. They're not building, so they sell it to everybody else.
Oh, they sell it?
Well,
Wikipedia and Reddit sell?
Reddit, yes. Reddit sells their data to AI companies. Reddit's third largest shareholder is Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI.
Is he a big lefty?
I don't know his politics, but there is this kind of, Reddit is woven into the AI infrastructure, part because of Sam, because he's so involved. He was the CEO of Reddit for a few brief days between CEOs. He handpicked the current CEO to return Steve Huffman. So Reddit and AI are deeply interwoven. Reddit is a very problematic platform. I did another big story about this anti-Israel, in some cases pro-Hamas, in some cases literally pro-Hamas propaganda network called Our Palestine on Reddit. So what these guys are doing is they go to the Telegram channels of terror groups, Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, etc. There's probably 15 others. They take the post directly from those terror groups, they translate them, and then they post them onto Reddit. And that's another kind of laundering. So they're laundering the terror and probably illegal. So they're taking the posts from terror groups, putting them into Reddit, and then spreading them throughout Reddit. And at the same time, their moderators are capturing other subreddits, big ones, big groups like Documentaries, which has 20 million people in it, and is not related to anything political, not to the Middle East. It's just about documentaries. But they get hold of it, and then they start posting every third, every fourth video is a pro-Palestinian video or anti-Israel video, reliably, like that consistently. And that's how they operate. So at one and the same time, they're spreading actual terror propaganda from these groups, and they are capturing other areas on Reddit. And Reddit knew about this. They were alerted to it. and they chose not to do something about it. I don't know why. It's very hard for me to understand why you would see this going on and know the risk it's involved and say, we're just going to do nothing.
Can I ask you a favor? Please subscribe. 90% of you are not subscribed, so if you sub, it will help the channel and I'll keep making these clips.